The fourth high-level conference on aid effectiveness kicked off in Busan, South Korea, with over 2,500 delegates converging to evaluate the state of development aid and negotiating measures to improve the quality and management of that support by partner countries. In his address, South Korea's President Myung-Bak Lee stressed that effective aid can make a big difference, adding that governments and citizens should have full ownership of their development agenda. President Paul Kagame's eagerly awaited message to the forum underscored the need for translating aid commitments into effective development outcomes that will drive the graduation of developing countries to self-sufficiency. Here, the president stressed that a fundamental shift in thinking on the use of available resources, including aid, is necessary.
We should therefore be talking about aid effectiveness in tandem with trade and investment. And I would add a fair framework with clear rules and proven best practices. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, there is no contention about the principles of aid effectiveness that were adopted in previous conferences: country ownership, alignment with the country's priorities, accountability, and so on. In my opinion, what we need to overcome are structural and attitude-related barriers that hinder the realization of what should otherwise be obvious.
On his part, the United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon called on donor countries not to hide behind the global economic crisis at a time when aid is under increasing pressure in the run-up to the realization of the Millennium Development Goals. He stressed that the skills, ideas and dynamism of the private sector can make a big difference. He cited the example of Rwanda, where the government is setting trends in gender empowerment, education and ICT as key components of the development process. Citing the examples of Korea and Rwanda, the U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton recognized remarkable achievements made, but stressed that there is need to shift approach from aid to investment. This meeting is taking place in a country that was once dependent on aid, but 50 years later, the economy is booming because of effective use of this aid. Flora Kaitesi in Busan, South Korea. And as they say in Korean, kamsamida, anyongi keseyo.